Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
What's going on, baby? Hey, how's everybody doing, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 242 for all the folks that are keeping track with the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get on with anything else, I'd like for everybody to please bookmark the official webpage of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is as follows: blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, there's all kinds of little buttons underneath the player, or I should say next to the player right there in front of your face there. All kinds of Facebook like buttons, retweet this button, social media buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? Spread it around like wildfire. That True Capitalist Radio is in effect in the house. And before I forget, folks, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, baby. Politics Ghost. And before I get into anything, I want to apologize for the Twitter rampage that I've been on for the freaking past, from last night to tonight. I just can't freaking sleep, for Christ's sake, because I can't believe, once again, that we've got this totalitarian government showing its ugly head to us, and there's nothing anybody's doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some people on the Trump train that are over there trying to stop this, but it's on both sides, folks. The Democrats are being just as totalitarian as the GOP. And it seems to me, folks, that this is happening for a reason, all right? And I don't mean to get right into this, folks, but I think that they are conditioning us for something that is about to happen, in my personal opinion. Now, I'd never thought I'd ever see the day in which we would see this system, this political system, deny us the right to vote, folks. All right? And that's exactly what they're doing in Colorado. And by God, there is going to be a protest this Friday in Colorado, folks. So if you happen to be in Denver, or if you're not doing anything, just cruise on down to Denver, Colorado. Go out there and let's protest our asses off, for Christ's sake, because these people are trying to implement Jim Crow laws on whole states. I mean, didn't we settle this in 1965 after 100 and something years of just tragedy and death and opposition and court cases and all this other nonsense? And now you've got the GOP trying to implement Jim Crow laws on whole states, folks. And once again, there is going to be a protest in Colorado, folks, all right? And that's all there is to it. And there needs to be something done about this, because I just can't believe that this is happening, folks. I mean, remember, we're the land of the free, home of the brave. Our vote is supposed to mean something, and yet you've got the Politburo of the damn GOP, all right, trying to tell us that it's a democratic process even though it's a voterless election in Colorado. All right, and I am glad that Donald Trump is coming out swinging also, even though you've got the mainstream media trying to suggest that this man is having sour grapes. I mean, have you read some of these media reports, for Christ's sake? I mean, they're trying to suggest to us as the American people that this particular system of voterless elections as it relates to these primaries is something normal. Like we're just supposed to accept this crap, you know? I mean, I can't believe that this has happened. This is why I can't sleep at night, folks. I mean, I'm serious, man. That's why we have to do whatever it takes. There's going to be a protest in Colorado. According to Alex Jones, he's going to be out there with his InfoWars. That'll be rather interesting, for Christ's sake. Moreover, I hear he's also going to go to Portland State. And for you folks that aren't familiar with what happened to Portland State over there, those damn leftist, communist, feminists basically bombarded a Trump meeting, all right, at Portland State and harassed a group of kids that were just trying to meet to discuss Trump's election, other type of views and issues and that sort of thing. And once these leftist, feminist bull dykes and these communists caught wind of it, they went and just literally harassed these poor students. All right, and I'm glad that, I know I've said a lot of bad things about Alex Jones, and that's personable with me, all right? I mean, that's just between me and Alex. All right, that has nothing to do with, his work, his news organization, which I think is rather superb for such a low-budget network, considering you've got the lamestream media over here with hundreds of millions of dollars to spend at will. I honestly believe that he made himself a decent outlet. He's got a bunch of badass reporters. They're not afraid to go into the dirt out there, and I strongly advise people, if you're not already doing so, please, entertain looking at some of these videos that are being put out by InfoWars, because they are actually giving you the straight dope, folks. I mean, I know I've said a lot of bad things about Alex Jones in the past, but that's just between me and him, all right? I mean, me personally, I think he's ripped me off, all right? But that's just, that's personal. I mean, we're in a new day and age. I mean, we got to put our personal feelings aside, and we've got to push forth, folks, and make sure that Trump is elected president. It is that crucial. I mean, this is our last stand as free people in America. I honestly believe this, folks. I honestly believe this. I mean, when the hell would you ever think that they would call off elections? I mean, when the hell would you ever think they would call off elections, for Christ's sake, and try to call it a democratic process? I mean, that's why I'm saying, folks, this is serious business, what's happening here, folks. I mean, I just can't believe it. That's why I can't sleep. I mean, I just can't do it. I mean, I can't believe it. And let me tell you something, folks. This is very alarming. They wouldn't be doing this unless they're trying to condition us for something. And I know I alluded to this last show, and I only went into it a little small bit. But April 19th, folks, is the release date of the new currency of China, which is going to be backed by gold, all right? That's right, folks. The currency, this new currency that China is going to put forth out here, is actually backed by gold. Now, why is this so important? Well, I tried to explain this to people on Twitter, and of course, trying to explain something on Twitter is just like, I mean, it's just over people's heads. So please listen very vividly and understand what the implications are as it relates to this gold-backed currency being introduced by China. Now, first and foremost, folks, the currency of the world at this point in time is the American petrodollar, which is the American dollar, folks. And why they call it a petrodollar is because OPEC and all the oil-producing countries and these folks that trade with us as it relates to oil accept exclusively American dollars. All right? I mean, that's just the way there is to it. That's all there is to it. Now, what makes this so sticky of an issue is that if China has a gold-backed currency, they could legitimately convince the world to trade exclusively in that currency because it's actually backed up by something. You see, folks, our dollar isn't backed up by diddly, all right? I mean, I'm not kidding around, folks. Our dollar is complete fiat. It's complete paper. It's crap, folks. And if you don't believe me, why don't you take a look back at old currency of America, folks? I mean, You know, before 1963, any quarter, any dime that was produced before 1963 was silver, was actual silver, for Christ's sake now, man. I mean, and the pennies were actual copper. That's not the case any longer, folks. All right? Moreover, if you look at dollars that were printed out before 1973 or 1972, you will see on those dollars either this is a valid silver certificate, a gold certificate. It says it on the dollar that it's backed up by some kind of commodity. But if you look at the dollar past 1972, 1973, on the dollar it says it's not backed up by nothing. It's just legal tender. You understand that? Legal tender, meaning that, hey, it's legal to exchange this piece of paper for goods and services. All right? And the only thing keeping our American dollar alive is our belief in it and the fact that the international community trades with the petrodollar. Now, folks, once again, April 19th is going to be the date in which China is going to introduce a gold-backed currency, and I think it's going to be a very big threat to not only our dollar, but our entire economy. Because if the world stops trading in American dollars, then we're screwed, baby. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Then all of a sudden China becomes not just the superpower figuratively, but becomes the superpower ultimately. Do you understand? Economic, military, political, so on and so forth, folks. That's why it makes this so scary. All right? So scary. And I'm telling you, man, I am walking on eggshells, folks. I really don't know what to tell people what to do at this point in time. And in my personal opinion, these bureaucrats that we elected into office today, folks, they're all in on this international bureaucratic scam, in my view. I mean, of course, you're going to have your exceptions. You got Ron Paul and Rand Paul and a couple other folks that are in the mix in our system that aren't involved with this international bureaucracy. But in my personal view, folks, this has been a constructed economic scheme for the past 25 years. As a matter of fact, even going back a little longer than that, it goes back to Bill Clinton, and then it just continues on to today's present-day administration. They have constructed this economic bubble that is tied to the international community. And the reason it's tied to the international community, folks, is because in the early 2000s, late 1999, early 2000s, they sent most, or whatever was left of the manufacturing base in America, they sent it to China. They sent it to Mexico. They sent it to Vietnam. That's why we don't produce a goddamn thing in this country, folks. That's why you have Donald Trump saying, hey, we need to start producing something again. All right, we need to start going out and making sure we renegotiate these trade deals that were ridiculously lopsided and negotiated by these stupid, pathetic bureaucrats. And that's why you've got China making a $550 billion surplus every year as it relates to trading with us, for Christ's sake. They make $550 billion a year off us, for Christ's sake. And we make nothing. We make absolutely nothing. Anytime any one of our American companies attempts to go into China to try to do business, they throw a tariff on us, 35-40%, for Christ's sake. And moreover, they devalue their currency so much that there's no way that an American company can compete. Why do you think Google pulled out of China, folks? You remember that? You remember when Google just said, you know what, screw this. We're not messing around with China. Screw these assholes. And the reason is because it is impossible to compete. And these communists in China, they have basically constructed this economic scheme to do so. I mean, just like Trump said, these guys are smart. All right, these guys are smart. They know what they need to do in relations to economics to dominate the world. All right, I mean, hell, just like Donald Trump said, even Mexico is outmaneuvering us on the economic front, for Christ's sake. I mean, what did they say, $58 billion, $60 billion surplus in trade, for Christ's sake, and growing? And growing. And not to mention, folks, we've got all these illegal immigrants in this country. Now, look, I'm from Texas, all right? Now, we got a lot of illegal Mexicans walking around out here, right? And, I have a little compassion to the Mexican immigrant. I've seen them firsthand work their asses off. I've seen them firsthand, give 1,000 times % better work ethic than your average American worker, paid probably 5 times more, and that's why, I have a little compassion for the Mexican immigrant. But the problem with it is that the Mexican immigrant, when they make capital in this country, they send that crap right back to Mexico. They wire that crap right back to Mexico to their families. Now, what does that do to us, folks? That means that the money that was meant to be circulated in this country so that we can all, touch that particular money and transfer that money and basically have a circulation of money in the United States, it's taken out of the market. You understand that? I'm telling you, it's taken out of the market. So once that money is transferred out of the country, it's no longer circulating in this country. And you see, that's why what's happening is happening. And I'm glad that Donald Trump alluded to this, I think it was about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and he took so much flack. Even the damn president tried to allude that it was ridiculous, supposedly, what he suggested. But I think it's a great idea. I think that we should stop wire transfers from here to Mexico to prevent illegal immigrants from wiring money to the country. And, there's no need to round people up like the Democrats are suggesting. Even the Republicans are suggesting in relation to Donald Trump. You don't need to do this. All right? All you have to do is make sure that the economic situation isn't conducive for them to stay here. All right? And if the economic conditions aren't conducive for them to stay here, they're gonna leave voluntarily, folks. All right? That's all there is to it, man. There is no, you're going to have to round people up. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. You're not going to have to do that. All you have to do is, and it's very easy, whether these freaking wire companies want to do business or not, we're just going to complete halt on wire transfers to Mexico, okay? Second thing we do is cut off sanctuary city funding to these sanctuary cities. And, Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House, and Mitch McConnell, and these assholes that are supposed to be the GOP leadership, they let Obama have a blank check with this omnibus bill that was passed, right around the beginning of the year. And the reason I say it's a blank check, folks, is because I think it was $3 trillion plus trillion or some kind of garbage like that in this omnibus bill, and a lot of that money is basically going towards sanctuary cities. In the bill, it literally says it. It's allocating funds, for Christ's sake, to bring in Syrian refugees into this country, giving them Social Security numbers, new identities, for Christ's sake, pushing out Mexican and black families out of Section 8 housing, and putting in these migrants, for Christ's sake, man. And once again, this is by design, in my personal opinion. It's completely by design. And that's why I'm saying I'm giving you all this information, folks, to let you understand that this isn't the America that we've known. That's why I came back, all right? I didn't come back to commiserate with a bunch of trolls, all right? I came back because I know what's about to happen, and I know that there are some people that listen, and I hope that you listen and heed what the warnings I'm giving on this goddamn broadcast. All right? We are in for a big, eye-opening situation, in my personal opinion. I alluded to this on the Twitter, that if for some reason something happened to our economy, we've got over 50 million people on food stamps. And if you've got 50 million people on food stamps and something happens to the economy and the government can't pay those food stamp cards, they can't pay the welfare, what's going to happen to all those dependent people that were expecting a goddamn check in the mail this month and ain't going to get it because of an economic collapse and a potential meaningless dollar? Folks, these people are going to go to your house. You understand that? They're going to go to your house. And look, we've got so many of these disenfranchised people in this country, and we have to thank the past 3 presidents for this, all right? We can thank the look. I'll give Bill Clinton the benefit of the doubt. He did cut welfare, but he was forced to cut welfare because, remember, if we take a look back at the Congress at the time, it was dominated by Republicans. So it made Bill Clinton forced to do deals so that he can get things passed so that the Republicans could get things passed. And one of the things that Bill Clinton signed into law in exchange for one of his bills that he wanted was welfare to work, meaning that you can accept welfare for a certain limited amount of time back in the 90s, but you're going to have to find your ass a job. You know, there's none of this unlimited amount of welfare. There's none of this unlimited amount of food stamps. And because of that, that's why we didn't see that much poverty, you know, as it relates to government dependency poverty. We saw working poor. We saw folks that, you know, maybe didn't make a great wage, but they were still living in an apartment. They were still living, they still had a shitty car back in the 90s, for Christ's sake. And, of course, that's because our buying power for our dollar was a lot more. But still, that was the only time, as it relates to a rollback in the welfare rolls, it was during the Clinton administration. Now, of course, lest we forget, in 1999, Bill Clinton deregulated the financial industry, which pretty much, I mean, that's a complicated situation. I mean, it helped the 2008 crash to a certain degree, but I mean, that 2008 crash was so complicated. I'd be here for an hour trying to explain it. I think I explained it a show, about 4 or 5 years ago. But basically, folks, our government had a lot to do with the 2008 crash, just like it has a lot to do, if not most to do, with this upcoming crash that's going to happen any minute, in my personal opinion. All right, I mean, I can't predict the future. I can gauge the future, but I can't predict the exact day of the exact time of something that's going to happen. But I'm telling you, it's any day now that this thing is just going to chop itself right from under us, folks. And I'm not trying to frighten people, for Christ's sake, but look at the writing on the wall out here, man. I mean, I haven't seen so much economic hurting in America in my entire life. I mean, I'm not joking, man. It seems like everybody's hurting. I mean, look at Harrison Ford, for Christ's sake. I mean, didn't this idiot have to auction off his freaking Han Solo jacket, for Christ's sake? I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, look at all these celebrities that are having to do all this weird crap, sell their homes, you know, take on these ridiculous advertisements and all this other nonsense. Everybody is hurting, man. This is Obama too, baby. And the reason everybody's hurting, folks, is because they feel that, hey, look, I mean, this is my job. I'm an actor. All I got to do is keep acting. Or, hey, I'm a salesman. All I got to do is keep selling. That's not... When people don't have money to buy a movie ticket, when people don't have money to buy a widget, when people don't have money to buy a service, well, then, by God, you're going to see all the things that we're seeing right now, which is people going out of business, people going bankrupt, more people getting on the damn welfare rolls, more people collecting food stamps, which is exactly what this government wants, man. And that's why I'm a capitalist, folks. That's why I'm a capitalist, because like I've said time and time again, capitalism is economic freedom. And with economic freedom comes political freedom, comes social freedom. I mean, it just goes hand in hand, for Christ's sake. You can't have economic freedom without social freedom, without political freedom. And just look at what they've done as far as the damn government is concerned, all these regulations and all these permits. I mean, just to have a business nowadays in America, I mean, the municipalities and their stupid little permits and the state and then the feds and then this and then that. I mean, you're lucky to even take home a couple of bucks if you're some sort of mom and pop shop, man. I mean, I feel bad for some of these small business owners that I know, man. I mean, they barely can make it. They barely can make it, man. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to go on that diatribe about the Chinese April 19th release date of their gold-backed currency, but I'd be very wary of that date. I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it may take a couple of days, But in my view, I think that the international community is going to be more than willing to trade in this new gold-backed currency of China as opposed to a fiat currency, a fiat overprinted currency of the U.S. petrodollar, folks. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what to tell people to do. I strongly advise people to hold commodities. I mean, that's all I can tell people to do at this point in time. Moreover, buy guns, buy bullets, water, seeds, food, these types of things. I'm not trying to make people scared here, but you got to read the writing on the wall, folks. I mean, you've got our political system implementing communist China-style Politburo politics, voterless elections, like they're the vanguard of the proletariat. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is communism being implemented in America. And, folks, I had said this since 2008. I had been saying that this is a communist takeover, and people thought I was nuts. People thought I was an idiot, for Christ's sake. I mean, I said it when Barack Obama was in 2008 when he was nominated for president against John Turncoat McCain. Go back in that archive, folks, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I said that no matter who you voted for in that election, it's the same crap, different plate. And, take a look at John McCain today. I mean, this guy has been championing any war effort that Barack Obama has put forth. I mean, for somebody who's been tortured and, seen the supposed bad side of war, this son of a bitch is really anxious to go send a whole bunch of young kids to die for no fucking reason. Excuse my French, but Jesus Christ, John McCain, you sick, silly bastard. I mean, I hate this man. I'm sorry. I hate John McCain. All right, I'm sorry. I know people are thinking, oh, he's a war hero. I don't think he's a war hero, folks. I'm sorry. I don't think he's a freaking war hero. I think he's a piece of garbage. If you want my personal opinion, I think that maybe they did something to him in that Hanoi Hilton when he was a prisoner in Vietnam. And let me tell you a little story about John McCain since we're talking about this piece of crap. And I know that people are probably shocked that I'm saying something about this asshole. But there are a variety of different reports, all right? Now, let's talk about him being an incompetent soldier, first of all, okay? It was him that basically screwed up some kind of a landing of sorts and basically blew up most of the planes on some battleship, for Christ's sake. You can find that on YouTube, but I'm not going to give him too much heat for that because they can claim that it was an accident and so on and so forth, all right? Well, whatever. This idiot, John McCain's father, was an admiral during the Vietnam War, and that's why this moron thought that he could get away with murder. And according to all reports, folks, if you do investigative reports on the John McCain capture, this asshole was actually trying to become, Goose from Top Gun over here, thinking that he can just go in and out of the enemy territory like it ain't crap. And then when he got shot down, they captured him, and then they realized who they got. The Vietnamese realized right away who they had. They knew they had the admiral's son. And according to people that were there in the Hanoi Hilton that were prisoners of war in Vietnam, many of them have suggested that this man was selling out American secrets in exchange for favoritism in the prison, all right? I mean, I'm not joking around, folks. I mean, this is reported by people that were in the Hanoi Hilton with John McCain, all right? I mean, I'm not joking around, folks. I mean, I don't like John McCain. I think he's a piece of trash. I think he's, in my personal opinion, a warmongering freak. I think he's a closet liberal, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's why I called him John Turncoat McCain. That's why when he had Sarah Eskimo Bimbo Palin as his vice president, I called that GOP convention in 2008 a liberal coronation. A liberal coronation of the Republican Party. And, folks, I said it. It's in the archive. It's documented. Look at the Republican Party today. Look at the Republican Party today. I told you this was communism, folks. I told you. But no, everybody wanted to continue to play this charade that we live in freedom, that we're a free country, that our government loves us, that we need socialism so that big brother government can dish out a check to us. I mean, you stupid socialist bastards, can you please talk to somebody in Europe? All right, talk to somebody in Greece. All right? I mean, socialism put these poor people in bondage, and now they're having to deal with this migrant crisis that they're not even prepared for. I mean, you understand that? They're not even prepared for this migrant crisis. That's why these migrants are running roughshod all over Europe, because Europe has been pussified by socialism. All right? And what did socialism do to dumb down the populations of Europe? Well, they gave them booze. They gave them drugs. They gave them electronic dance music. They gave them, free love. I mean, do you remember? I don't know if y'all folks remember this, but prior to the migrant crisis, if you went to Germany, I mean, these German women were pretty loose with themselves. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, of course, but they're very sexual women, I mean, if you went to Germany and, decided to go out partying one night, the probability of you getting laid back in the pre-2004 were probably about 95%, all right? Unless you look like a grotesque, fat, jelly-ass, pimple-faced, pizza-faced bastard or something, or just, some horrific, grotesque specimen, you are probably going to find somebody that's going to play with your wee-wee out there in Germany. I mean, these were sexual people. I mean, that's what Europe used to pride itself on. Do you remember that? Europe used to pride itself on the fact that, we're so open sexually, we're so mature. We don't take sexuality as such a taboo like you Americans. Yeah, well, look at you now, huh? Look at you now. Now that open sexuality is being used against you by the migrants. That's why they think that they are justified, because of their wild Yehudi beliefs, that they can rape you, they can fondle you, they can just, while you're walking down the street, just, punch you, slap you in the face, rip your clothes off, gang rape you, but with a whole bunch of wild Yehudis. This is why these idiots think they can do this in Europe, folks. And, the Europeans, with all due respect to them, they have been so pussified by socialism that many of them, I'm not saying all of them, there are some that are actually raising up, but many of them are pussified, scared shitless in Europe. They're scared shitless, man. So anyway, folks, I'm sorry to go off on that soliloquy, folks. I just want people to be prepared for the potential of what's going to happen here, all right? And that's why Trump's election is so goddamn important, folks. This is the only candidate that we'll ever have again that is in opposition to this global bureaucratic situation, all right? I mean, I'm serious. This is our last shot. This is America's last chance, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, Trump is putting his life in his hands, folks. I mean, I do believe that this man is on a suicide mission. And what I mean suicide mission is that the probability of this man, something happened to this man, is very, very high, and he knows it. All right, this man's bravery is big balls, baby. I'm not joking around. I mean, when you've got George Soros, all right, when you've got the Chinese government, when you've got both bureaucratic establishments, all right, when you've got NATO, the United Nations, all these people turning against Donald Trump, I think that's a very serious situation, but at the same time, it's very inspiring, because at least there's one man willing to face this global bureaucratic system and tell them, hey, we're not going to do this, all right? We don't want this crap, all right? We don't want this crap. We don't want it. We don't want it. And by God, I'm telling you, that's why I'm doing whatever I'm doing to try to make sure that Donald Trump is elected. We have to do whatever it takes, because by God, this is it for us, folks. This is America's last stand. And if we don't do anything about this, then we deserve whatever happens to us, in my personal opinion, all right? I'm sorry, folks, if we don't stand up to these barbarian bureaucrats at the gate, then we deserve whatever happens to us, in my personal opinion, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, you've got so much evidence that shows you people that these people that are in power don't give a crap about you. They don't give a crap about your family. They don't give a crap about this country. They don't give a crap about the Constitution. And the proof is in the laws that they've produced. The proof is in the trade deals that they've produced. All right? The proof is in them sending the means of production outside the country. You understand that? Everything that these politicians have done within the past 30 to 40 years have been in complete opposition to the continuity of America. And I am glad that Donald Trump is facing these pieces of barbarian, bureaucratic pieces of soulless trash. He's facing up to them and saying, hey, we're not going to take this any longer. This is a corrupt system. We don't need NATO. We don't need UN. We don't need the World freaking Bank. We don't need the International Monetary Fund. We don't need any of this crap. You know what we need? We need to make America great again. And by God, I am here. That's why I'm here, folks. I'm not here to commiserate with a bunch of trolls, to be honest with you. I'm here to make sure that everybody who's listening to me understands the importance of Donald Trump's election. It is that important. Why do you think they're trying to stop him? It is that important. They don't want to see America great again. They want to see the United Nations the greatest in the world. Do you understand? And as I've said previous, that's why you have Bill Clinton and Barack Obama trying to get their people, which, of course, Bill Clinton has Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama is going to try to push for Joe Biden to try to usurp the nomination at the DNC, because both of these people, Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, or one of them is going to try, if not going to be, the UN Secretary General. All right, that's both of their ambitions. That's all there is to it. Why do you think Barack Obama always made sure to make a speech at the UN and made sure to oblige the United Nations protocol and all this other crap, man? I mean, come on, wake up! Jesus Christ, man. Wake up. They're taking our right to vote away from us. And by God, everybody who's going to march on Colorado to protest, by God, you scream as loud as you can to make sure that the Colorado GOP understands that what they did was illegal. What they did was implement Jim Crow on an entire state, and they should all be prosecuted. I'm not joking. Every one of those assholes who partook in this voterless election in Colorado should be prosecuted. And I'm going to continue to say that they should be prosecuted. They have implemented Jim Crow laws on an entire state, and they should all be rounded up and put in jail. I'm not kidding around. They should be put in freaking jail. I'm not joking. The whole goddamn Colorado GOP should be thrown in jail. Son of a bitch. You're going to try to deny our vote? Nah. God damn it, you stupid, dumb scumbags over here. I mean, you're spitting on our troops, GOP. You're spitting on everybody who died for this country. You soulless, bureaucratic pieces of crap. I mean, I can't believe this. I can't believe this crap. I mean, I'm depressed. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. I can't believe this crap. Jesus Christ. I better calm down, folks. I'm sorry. Here, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that mic. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks, but I'm angry. And you should be angry, too. I'm pissed! They're trying to take our vote away from us, folks. They're trying to take our rights away from us. They're trying to take our freedom away from us. They're trying to take our opportunity away from us. And it makes me sick, man. It makes me sick. You know what? I better calm down, folks. My heart is beating like a rabbit, for Christ's sake. Can you feel the passion? Can you feel the fury? Jesus Christ. Let me calm down, for Christ's sake, before I have a goddamn heart attack. Here, give me a drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. I got a drink here, for Christ's sake, all right? And for all you people that are criticizing me because I like to take a drink, well, go shove it up your ass, all right? Jesus Christ. Here, let me drink some Johnny Walker Blue Label, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my heart's beating like a goddamn rabbit, folks. But this is serious business, man. I mean, by God, this is our last stand, man. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Let me calm down here, folks. Let's move on to another subject matter, for Christ's sake, all right? Trump continues on to Pennsylvania, all right? And you know, the mainstream media, I don't know if you've seen this as of late, they're trying to harp on the fact that Donald Trump asked about Joe Paterno, even though Joe Paterno's been dead for a couple of years. Now, what the hell's the big deal about that? I mean, you know, who the hell knows if Joe Paterno was dead, for Christ's sake? Why would Donald Trump give two rats' asses if Joe Paterno was still there or not? But you see, this mainstream media makes it some big-ass deal. You understand? Instead of talking about the voterless election won by Ted Cruz, instead of emphasizing the fact that they are taking our right to vote away from us and implementing Jim Crow laws on whole states, they want to sit over here and talk about, oh, look, he said Joe Paterno. You know, he said Joe Paterno. He's been dead for like 2 or 3, 4 years, and you shove it up your ass. And that's why I'm saying every one of these goddamn talking heads in the mainstream media are soulless liars. They're stupid, disgusting liars, and in my personal opinion, they should be prosecuted as well. I mean, how in the hell can you sit here and induce people and suggest ideas to people that are complete lies? Complete and utter lies. But you see, that's our mainstream media for you folks, huh? That's our mainstream media, complete and utter liars, just like our politicians, huh? Oh, that's just great, isn't it? What a goddamn piece of garbage freaking system that we really have here, right? Land of the free, home of the brave, more like land of the rats, home of the scoundrels, for Christ's sake, because look at our political system. Look at our political system. This is supposed to be a representative of us. This is supposed to represent us. And we take a look at these damn scumbag politicians, what are they doing? They're philandering around. They're having closet homosexual love affairs while they're trying to claim to be conservative. All right, you got lying Ted Cruz over here philandering around on married women, patronizing goddamn prostitutes, and yet he's sitting here holding a Bible in his hand, speaking in tongues, claiming that he's a man of God. I mean, we got Slick Willie Clinton over here, Bill Clinton. And what did he do? He physically and sexually assaulted women while he sent his wife to mentally and emotionally break down these women so that they could be intimidated from saying anything. These are our politicians, folks. Look at the former Speaker of the House, Dennis Haskert. Dennis Haskert, this asshole was molesting young boys when he was a wrestling coach. I mean, these are the people that are representing us as the American people. And then we wonder why we're in a situation that we're in? Jesus Christ, man. These are the people representing us, man. A bunch of disgusting, substance-abusing, sex-crazed, disgusting scoundrel pieces of crap. Jesus Christ, wake up! Anyway, folks, speaking of liars, the DA has dropped Michelle Fields' charge against Trump's campaign manager. And let me tell you, I knew this was going to happen, all right? I mean, you know, when this first came about, we decided to go and start the hashtag Arrest Michelle Fields because I knew that this dumb ditzy whore was lying her ass off, and the proof is in the pudding, and I hope that the campaign manager and the Trump campaign sue this dumb, stupid dish rag whore's ass off, because you see, what's unfortunate is that this stupid Michelle Fields is used to doing this type of passive-aggressive intimidation, accusing men of,
he was just so over-aggressive, and he was touching me, and he grabbed me, and I was afraid, and
Shut up! Do you understand? This woman is the epitome of why women who are actually physically assaulted don't get justice. Do you understand that? It's dumb, filthy, disgusting, dirty dish rag whores like Michelle Fields and her exaggerated claims that prohibit actual women that are victims of assault from getting justice. I mean, it's disgusting, man. And I hope that they arrest Michelle Fields. I hope that there's charges pressed against this stupid piece of trash. All right, I'm serious. I hope that there's some kind of charges pressed against this piece of garbage, because how a woman can get away with this it should be an impossibility. All right? You're going to try to ruin a man's life because,
you know what? I'm going to get him. I'm going to file a bad report and ruin his reputation and ruin his life because I'm Britney, bitch.
I'm serious. This is the kind of mentality that our freaking women have in today's America, for Christ's sake. I mean, take a look at all these little triggered broads in our colleges, for Christ's sake.
I'm triggered. I don't want to. I don't want to see that.
I mean, you know that we have law schools that cannot entertain rape cases in a simulated court proceeding because you've got dumbass women that are in law school triggered by the sexual assault. They're triggered by the idea of rape, so they are completely leaving out rape litigation in many law schools because these dumb, ditzy, dumb, idiot whores are trying to claim that they're so triggered by it, huh? Oh, yeah, that's equality for you, isn't it? Huh? That's equal rights. Jesus Christ, it makes me sick, man. It makes me sick. I'm sick of this political correctness crap. I'm serious. I'm going to be as politically incorrect as I possibly can because if you don't use and abuse your free speech, folks, we are about to lose it. And the reason we're about to lose it is because of these stupid, dumb, pussy-whipped, pussified pieces of soft, triggered piece of shit. Excuse my French. But that's why we're losing it, folks. I mean, you see how this political correctness is trying to now somehow regulate speech, huh? Now it's trying to regulate speech. Oh, that's just great, isn't it? That's just great. That's why I'm saying, folks, Donald Trump, I cannot reiterate this. I'm going to keep reiterating it. Donald Trump is our last stand. He is our line in the sand, folks. And that's why they're trying so hard to stop this man, and we can't let them do it. I mean, if you are for freedom, if you are for America, if you're for capitalism, all right, if you want to use your own abilities, your own creativity, and your own prowess to carve your own way through life instead of having some bureaucrat dictate to you how much you can eat, how much you can have, how much you can do, well, then, by God, you have to support Donald Trump, man. We need your help, man, each and every one of you. I mean, this is serious. This is serious business, man. I'm not kidding around. I mean, I know. I wish this was, the old days, back in the 90s when politics was just like, all fun and games and it was all innocent. Pre-9/11, all right, let's put it that way. Pre-9/11, politics, it was all, tongue-in-cheek and fun and, oh, look at this and, oh, look at Bill Clinton got a blowjob and, all that crap. It's gone way beyond that now, folks. It's gone way beyond that now. Now these dumbass bureaucrats, this political class, think that we are their serfs and that they can cancel elections, they can implement laws on us whenever they feel like it, they can throw us in jail for whatever nitpicky, stupid, word-splitting laws that they can interpret to throw you in jail, for Christ's sake. I mean, look at that filmmaker, D'Souza. Are y'all familiar with this guy, D'Souza, who made this movie about Barack Obama, for Christ's sake? I mean, they put this man in jail for 9 months, all right, because he donated $30,000 to a buddy of his that was running for Congress or something of that nature, and the freaking government, of course, Obama's administration, found some splitting hair language in the election laws to put D'Souza away for 9 months in jail. 9 months in jail they put away D'Souza. And you know, for what? Because he was talking against Barack Obama. Barack Obama didn't like it. He's the president. He can go out and basically implement any laws he wants to, send the damn Justice Department at them, and it doesn't really matter what the interpretation is, They sent this poor bastard D'Souza for freaking 9 months for a film, or actually they tried to claim that it was some unethical crap for him donating $30,000 from his movie money to his friend's congressional account or something of that nature. When you've got Hillary Rotten Clinton and Bill Clinton, all right, taking all kinds of millions of dollars via the Clinton Global Initiative, and let me tell you something about the Clinton Global Initiative, folks. It is nothing more than a smokescreen to be able to put money into the Clinton campaign account without it looking like it is buying any kind of political influence. Now, let me explain this one more again, all right? The Clinton Initiative, the Clinton Global Initiative, is used as a cash dumping ground to provide political favors for whoever donates in the Clinton Global Initiative. Now, if you take a look at all the donators in the Clinton Global Initiative, I mean, you're going to see names like Qatar, Saudi Arabia. All right, I'm not joking. You're going to see these Wahhabist assholes, and it correlates with why our administration and Hillary Clinton went out and went into the Middle East and took out secular governments. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, look at all the millions of dollars in the Clinton Global Initiative. And let me tell you something. What Donald Trump's going to do if he gets the nomination and runs against Hillary Clinton. This man is going to sue Hillary Clinton because he did donate to the Clinton Global Initiative. But he's going to claim that he didn't understand that this was a scam, because that's what the Clinton Global Initiative is. It's a scam. All right, these people aren't helping anybody but themselves. All right, I mean, the Clinton Global Initiative is nothing more than a freaking account for these idiots to pay for their freaking private Learjets, their 5-star hotels, all right, their 5-star hotel suites, for Christ's sake, their meals. I mean, this is what this fund is about, all right? And I'm not joking. Anyway, folks, before I get on to anything else, let's go ahead and get some Twitter shout-outs. And for you folks that want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account at PoliticsGhost, all one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And I'm not talking about the pinned tweet. I'm talking about the first tweet after the pinned tweet, folks. So, by God, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you got to do is retweet that first tweet on that Twitter account, baby. Let's go ahead and let's get to it right now. All right, folks, let's see who we have here, all right? All right. Hold on. Do we have freaking shout-outs, engineer? All right, here we go. We've got New England 97 in the house. We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. We got Happy Lover Ghost. Yeah, really, real funny, asshole. Colon Tenderizer. Disgusting, twisted pricks, man. Disgusting. Weed Dragon 1. Mystic 183. Flaming Nipple Chops. Sushi Radiation. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Or asshole. I said asshole because I'm seeing Ash here at the next name. What's going on, asshole? We got Torzier in the place. What's going on to Torzier? We've got Always a Rogue in the house. Evil Mira in the place. Keegan1234 in the house. Teutonic Plague in the house. We've got Golfior in the his house. What's going on? We've got Ward24 in the house. All right, come on. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you've got to do is retweet that first tweet on that Twitter account, baby. It's that simple. That simple. All right, let's continue going on, shall we? We've got AJ Styles in the house. We've got Metal Capitalist in the place. We've got Bubbly Butt Butter. bubbly butt butter. Jesus Christ, you trolls are sick. You're sick. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I can't believe this crap. I'm telling you. Anyway, we got Mystic 182. We've got Ghost Purple Ass Hair. Really? Are you serious, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. No Ramp 6th Street. Hey, asshole, I'm not a freaking cripple, all right? I'm not going to say that again. Jesus Christ. Sharia for Ghost. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Real funny. We got Eddie Hinkle in the place. NRJ Magical in the house. The Brony Network. You got the Brony Network in the house. Jesus Christ. I'm getting infested by bronies. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got going on? Once again, I'm only going to take a couple more Twitter shout-outs, folks, because you're hearing this. You're hearing this. This is the internet for you, all right? I mean, our country is about to implode over here, and this is what you got. This is it right here, folks. This is why our country is being flushed down the proverbial goddamn toilet. Anyway, we got old Jub Joe. What's going on, Jub? We got Viper 2 Actual in the house. I'm not going to say that sick-ass name, you twisted prick. We got Sergeant _Yoda in the house. We've got Stingboy 257. Liquid Turd, really, you dumbass? Jesus Christ. Starbucks for Ghost. Oh, jeez. I mean, you know what? That's enough. All right? That's enough. That's enough Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake. That's just disgusting. It makes me sick. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm just telling you, some of the crap that these people come up with. I don't get it. I don't want... Where do these people come up with this crap? And look, here's Mo Lester. Yeah, look, assholes, I'm not that asshole, all right? That guy, he was just trying to make his stupid little whatever podcast, trying to become more popular, trying to pretend that he was me, for Christ's sake, all right? And why you idiots thought that asshole was me, I have no freaking idea. I have no idea. But that just goes to show you the lack of mental capacity of some folk, Anyway, folks, let's move on to the next subject matter, for Christ's sake. Enough of this crap, all right? Jesus Christ. I mean, I didn't come back to commiserate with these trolls, but then again, I understand that these trolls, I mean, they're necessary, for Christ's sake, man. Without these trolls, I mean, we probably wouldn't have Rents Priebus. He's been missing from his Twitter account for the past 24 hours. Woo! We also got that asshole senator from Colorado. He seems to be MIA on his Twitter as well. Woo! I'm telling you, folks. So that's why, look, I don't mind the trolls, baby. I don't mind them. I mean, it's all in good fun and games, for Christ's sake, all right? But, some of you guys, I mean, some of you need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're 30 years of age and still partaking in this nonsense, I mean, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and realize what the hell's wrong with me in my freaking head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. I'm just saying, man. I mean, if you're a 30-year-old troll, I mean, there's something seriously wrong with you. And in my personal opinion, I mean, I think that, there may be some child predator situation happening there. Anyway, let's move on to another subject matter. Let's talk about Hillary Rotten Clinton and Bernie prostate-infected Sanders. The debate is tonight, folks, and according to all reports, Bernie Sanders is going to punch this broad right in the punani as it relates to the debating table, for Christ's sake, folks. Apparently, you've got Bernie Sanders out here ready to go right at this broad's jugular, all right? I mean, I'm actually going to try to see this debate just to see if Bernie Sanders actually does do something. And look, there are a lot of things to go at Hillary Clinton at. I mean Benghazi. I mean her foreign policy experience. I got just go on and on. You know what I mean? I mean the fact that she is the pit bull of Bill Clinton as it relates to her going out and basically emotionally and mentally abusing the women that Bill Clinton sexually and physically abuses. I mean, what kind of woman does that, man? I mean, let me tell you, if you're a woman out there and your man was doing the same thing that Slick Willie Bill Clinton was doing, would you stand by this man? And not just stand by the man. You know what I mean? Not just stand by the man. Would you sit there and actually go and harass the women that this man allegedly harassed and sexually abused and physically assaulted? I mean, would you go out and basically emotionally and mentally abuse these women? Huh? I mean, I'm serious, folks. I mean, this is Hillary Clinton's mentality. She's sick. She's a sick woman. I mean, her husband sexually and physically abuses women, and she mentally and emotionally abuses them. I mean, look at Kathleen Willey. I'm telling you, Kathleen Willey, God bless her soul, because this woman has been harassed by the Clintons for the past, Jesus Christ, close to 15, 20 years. All right? Ever since she came out and said, look, Bill Clinton came out, he sexually harassed me, and, you know, according to her report, this idiot, and look, she was a devout Clintonite, all right? She was a Clinton campaign volunteer, very close to the Clinton campaign. She respected this man. You know, she believed in this man. All right, she believed that this man was like, you know, some politician that she believed in and so on and so forth, until Slick Willie, until Slick Willie got her in that corner somewhere in the White House. And according to reports, this idiot, and he likes to do this. I mean, this is not the only time that women have suggested that this man does this. But apparently, this man, how he's, I guess this has worked for him in the past. I have no idea. But this guy just pulls his wang out, you know, starts flapping it around and just being like, let's come on here, baby. Come on. That ain't going to suck itself. Come on over here, baby. I'm Bill Clinton, baby. I mean, seriously. I'm not kidding around. And if they're a little apprehensive and they're a little shy, he starts rubbing it on them, you know? I mean, a pure sexual abuser, man. I mean, that's what Kathleen Willey said, for Christ's sake. And then when she came out and she alluded to this sexual abuse and this sexual harassment, what happened? Well, of course, the wrath of Hillary Clinton happened, folks. The wrath of Hillary Clinton. This woman sent her goons after Kathleen Willey. They harassed her. They threatened her. They killed her cat. Can you believe that? They killed her cat. And then when she was jogging one day, a couple of goons came up to her and said, hey, Kathleen, hey, you need to stop saying anything about, you need to shut your mouth about the Clintons. Are you going to end up like that cat? Remember that cat? It's too bad what happened to that cat. I'm telling you, folks, these Clintons are dangerous, man. They are dangerous people, all right? And once again, if you want to look at all the body count around the Clintons, just look it up for yourself. Put Clinton body count and take a look at all the bodies that have just conveniently dropped dead at the right time so that these Clintons can continue forward on their power trip endeavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding. I mean, people that were implicating them or that were going to be indicted that would implicate them just ended up dead. I mean, I'm just saying, they just ended up dead. But anyway, let's get back to this debate. I didn't mean to go off on this diatribe about Hillary Clinton, but I hope that Bernie Sanders punches this broad right in the uterus, debating style, of course. I'm not saying for real. But she deserves it, folks. This is a disgraceful woman. All right? I mean, if you're going to vote for this woman because she's a woman, then there's something wrong with you. All right? There's something seriously wrong with you. You've got a mental breakdown as a woman. This is not a woman, all right? Hillary Clinton is not a woman. I mean, she may be physically a woman. I'm not talking like she's Michelle Obama or anything. Oh, okay, I'm not going to go there, all right? But, I mean, look, I'm not going to say Michelle Obama's a tranny like Joan Rivers did, and then a week later she ended up dead. But I am going to say this. I'd like for somebody to please find a photo of Michelle Obama pregnant with any of her daughters, all right? I mean, seriously. I mean, there's not one picture of this woman pregnant, and she just, I don't know, that miraculously had children. I don't know. I'm just saying, all right? You know, man arms, Adam's apple, you know, bulge in the, you know what I'm saying, bulge in the middle there. You know, I mean, just take a look. Look for yourself, for Christ's sake. Why do you think Joan Rivers said, oh, she's a tranny. Everybody knew it. It's okay. I'm serious. Look on YouTube. She said it, and a week later, Joan Rivers was dead. All right, so anyway, back to Hillary. She is a real woman, but in her mental capacity, she's not. She could care less about women. All right, she could care less. Unless, of course, she's diving on your muff or you're diving on her muff like, Huma Abedin. But that's besides the point, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm looking forward to this Democratic debate. And look, if Bernie Sanders doesn't go after Hillary Clinton's jugular, then we know that this woman is complete crap. Or, excuse me, this man is complete crap. That he's a ringer, that he's not serious about this election, all right, that he doesn't really want to win. Because, as I've stated time and time again, Bernie Sanders, he's winning cock asses after primaries, and yet he's still behind in the damn delegate count. It makes no sense at all. I mean, even Donald Trump has alluded to this. I mean, this is a corrupt political system. And this is why we both, on both sides of the issue, have to stand up. And look, I have capitalist army operatives on the left attempting to agitate these damn Bernie Sanders losers into doing what we're doing over here on the Trump train. But let me tell you, folks, these Bernie Sanders supporters, they really don't want to do anything. I'm serious. They really don't want to take the initiative and go out to make sure that their candidate is elected or nominated as the presidential candidate. They're not taking one bit of initiative whatsoever, folks. And let me tell you, we're agitating these people over there on the other side. All right, I'm not joking. We are attempting to agitate these folks, but they don't want to do nothing. You want to know why they don't want to do nothing? Because there's not going to be a camera in their mug. You understand that? There's not going to be a camera in their mug so they can show off what kind of social justice warriors they are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the motivation of all these little Bernie Sanders pricks, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, seriously. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the next subject matter, folks, before we start running out of time here. I didn't even realize we're already done in an hour up in this son of a bitch, for Christ's sake. If you haven't already done so, folks, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. All right? And go ahead and bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Now, I want to move on to another subject matter, not relating to the campaigns and the presidential campaigns and so on and so forth. I want to talk about these protests. You know what I'm saying? These national protests around the country trying to urge, the government into forcing private companies and private business to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I mean, are you kidding me, folks? $15 an hour minimum wage. I mean, do you know what a minimum wage job equates to? Pushing buttons on a freaking cash register for 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? And moreover, nobody lives on minimum wage forever, all right? I mean, the whole reason why one gets minimum wage is to get on-the-job training while being paid to do it. And I'm against the minimum wage law, folks. I think that the minimum wage law has been one of the biggest anti-black, anti-minority laws in the world. Now, let me explain something to you idiots that think that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to force these motherfuckers to give me $15 an hour, girlfriend, because I deserve it, baby. Well, let me tell you something, all right? First and foremost, you're not worth $15 an hour unless you're actually worth $15 an hour. Remember, you're going to get paid by your ability, by your skill, by your creativity. And if you don't have enough skill, and if you don't have enough ability or creativity to make $15 an hour, well, that means that you are a skillless worker. And if you are a skillless worker, well, you have to obtain skills somehow. How are you going to obtain skills? You're not going to, folks. Do you understand that? I mean, you need a half-ass skill just to work some of these goddamn minimum wage jobs at this point in time, folks. And this is why I'm saying we need to eliminate the minimum wage law so that black folks and Mexicans, Latinos, and other subjugated minority groups that are subjugated by the leftists via welfare, via food stamps, they can go into the job market at a very low rate so that they can get on-the-job skills, so they can get on-the-job training. Do you understand? This is why you would take such a low wage for the meantime so that you can get on-the-job training. Now, people are going to say, oh, that's slave labor, Ghost. I mean, if you don't have a minimum wage, I mean, they're just going to slave labor everybody, and you can't. I mean, do you understand, folks, that there's already slave labor? It's called being an intern. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I hate internships, folks, because, I mean, you're talking about slavery. You're giving up your time, effort, and energy to work to supposedly get on-the-job training for free, all right? I mean, that's no pay, all right? I mean, I'm not talking about like small pay or low pay. That's no pay, all right? No pay. So that's why I'm saying for you folks that are bitching and moaning about $15 an hour, you're only creating your own demise. All right? I mean, they're already automating McDonald's in big markets like New York City and Los Angeles and Seattle because they aren't going to pay this $15 an hour wage. And moreover, they're not going to just roll that cost over on the consumer, because if they roll that cost over on the consumer, then the consumer's not going to buy their product anymore, all right? And that's all there is to it, man. So what these idiots that are begging for $15 an hour minimum wage are doing is just basically putting themselves in a permanent unemployment situation, and they're going to end up becoming serfs to the state via food card, via welfare, and all these other nonsense, all right? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, that's all there is to it, man. So I'm telling you, the minimum wage law has been one of the most anti-minority laws in history. Okay? Same with unions. You know, people love unions. Oh, yeah, I'm with the union. Why don't you take a look back in history, assholes? All right? Who were the ones that were unionizing? It was white folks unionizing against black and Latinos. All right? And if you don't believe me, take a look at Compton. All right? Take a look at South Central. Now, Compton and South Central in the 90s all of a sudden turned into this ghetto of gang-related activity. They made movies about it. You know, music was created out of there, so on and so forth. Why did South Central and Compton become ghettos? Can anybody answer me that? I'll tell you why, okay? That was an affluent black community, believe it or not, back in the 40s and 50s. All right, believe it or not, Compton and South Central was a affluent black area of the country. These were working class black folk. Why do you think that South Central and Compton are houses, physical houses that are owned and not project homes, folks? Do you understand what I'm saying? The black folks helped build California in the 40s and 50s, folks. I mean, the black folks in South Central and in Compton in the 40s and 50s were independent laborers. All right, I mean, they were the ones that were building the buildings. They were the ones that were doing the construction jobs. You know, they were the ones that were doing the dirty work, so on and so forth. And they were doing it at a lower rate than the white worker. So what did the white worker do? They unionized. And why did they unionize? To basically muscle out the minorities that were undercutting them in the labor force, folks. That's right. I mean, that's why you have a ghetto South Central, a ghetto Compton. All right? It has nothing to do with the people there, assholes. It has everything to do with the history of why that place is the way it is. And you see, of course, Black Lives Matter. They don't know about this crap, you know? They're not talking about that. They're not talking about the fact that leftist unions are the ones that subjugated these folks in South Central and in Compton for a whole 2 or 3 generations. All right? And that's fact. That is an utter fact, and anybody who tries to deny it is an utter idiot. All right? And that's why I'm saying, folks, leftism, Democrats, liberals, they are the biggest racists of all time, because they are going to sit here and smile in your face and give you this little minority stroke. But then when you turn your back, they'll be the first ones to stab you in the back. They'll be the first one to cut your legs right from under you, for Christ's sake. and just ask the folks in South Central and in Compton. You know, the same thing happened out here in Texas and in the Southwest, folks. You know, the whole reason why marijuana was illegal, okay? I'm giving you some history here, baby. The whole reason why marijuana became illegal, folks, was because Randolph Hearst, the owner of Hearst newspapers, which at the time, I mean, he was a big, you know, he was the man. I mean, let me tell you a real quick side story. Randolph Hearst was such a powerful media entity that he actually forced America into the Spanish-American War. Yeah. With some false BS report, for Christ's sake, he forced America into the Spanish-American War. I mean, anyway, that's just besides the point. Anyway, the point is, folks, is that in the Southwest Texas out here, we had a lot of illegal Mexicans or Mexican cheap labor in Texas. And these Mexican laborers in Texas like to smoke marijuana, okay? They like to smoke. I mean, they're the ones that actually kind of brought it to the mainstream in America at the turn of the 20th century, around the 1890s, the 1880s, up until the 1910s. I mean, they were the ones that brought marijuana out here. Now, why is this important, okay? The reason it's important is because Randolph Hearst was threatened at the fact that marijuana was being consumed, and not only was it being consumed, people were learning about hemp, people were learning about marijuana. They realized that 1 acre of marijuana could produce the same amount of paper as 10 acres of trees, okay? Now, why did Randolph Hearst, why was he threatened by that? Well, because he ran newspapers and he owned logging companies, folks. He owned logging companies. So, as a result, this man pushed forth this anti-marijuana legislation so that these Mexicans can be arrested, all right, and deported, which inadvertently helped the unions out here in Texas unionize and basically get the Mexican migrant labor out of Texas, folks. Do you understand? And that's why we have marijuana banned as a controlled substance. Not because it flips you out, not because it's bad for you, because Randolph Hearst, it was a threat to his logging company, and before he even made it a problem, he was able to correlate the labor situation in the Southwest with the marijuana problem. As a matter of fact, he was the guy that pushed forth, you know, this marijuana craze and that marijuana reefer madness and all this other nonsense. This was the guy that was promoting that crap. And that's why marijuana is illegal, folks. It has nothing to do with it being a controlled substance. It has everything to do with Randolph Hearst protecting his goddamn logging interest. And that's all there is to it. Not to mention, it also helped the laborers, the racist laborers out here in the Southwest. So once again, folks, minimum wage, union labors, all right, unionization, all right, liberalism, leftism, it is the most subjugating, racist, political ideology on the face of the planet, all right? And that's all there is to it, folks. And for all you idiots that are fucking, I want $15 an hour, baby. I want $15 an hour because of my kids, baby, my kids. Well, you're going to be alone with nothing in your hand because no one is going to pay your unskilled labor ass $15 an hour to push a couple of buttons on a goddamn cash register or flip a damn burger or, bag some groceries or whatever the case might be. All right, that's just utterly ridiculous that anyone would suggest that they should earn $15 an hour for doing some meaningless, mindless, menial job. I mean, it's an insult to everybody's intelligence, to be honest with you. All right? And moreover, you're just pushing forth your own demise, folks. You're pushing forth your own demise. So go ahead and keep pushing this $15 an hour crap. You're just going to automate everything. And as a matter of fact, I actually like automated stuff, man. I mean, I don't have to commiserate. I don't have to interact with a bunch of these idiots that, I mean, they don't even do a good job anyway, man. I mean, have you been to any of these places where people are, they're not getting paid minimum wage, but even if they're getting paid $9, $10 an hour, they're unappreciative. They're unappreciative, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, they act like they're doing you a favor because they're doing their job. I mean, that's the American work ethic out here. Why do you think that we've got people advocating bringing in immigrants so that they can, quote, take the jobs Americans don't want, folks? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, we're doing this to ourselves. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, once again, the $15 minimum wage little protest, you people are idiots, all right? You people are morons. All right, and when everything's automated and you're out in the gutter with your children, don't be crying that, oh, it wasn't fair, it wasn't fair. Hey, you asked for it, all right? You asked for it. Anyway, folks, let me move on to these next subject matters, and then we'll go ahead and get on with the show here. Did you hear today the UK opposition leader, Jeremy Corbyn, is trying to make a case for Britain to stay in the EU? I mean, what the hell? I mean, what the hell is this crap? I mean, I feel sorry for my brethren across the pond out there, man. I mean, your political situation is starting to sound a lot like America over here, man. I mean, you've got both political spectrums over there telling you that you need to stay in the EU, to the European Union, for Christ's sake. I mean, what a joke, all right? What an utter joke. And for you folks in the UK, let's be honest, the whole reason why they want to keep you in the damn EU is so that you can pay for all the garbage that the EU is doing, all right? So that you can contribute to this crap. And not to mention, the other EU countries can mooch off of your natural resources, for Christ's sake. I mean, I read an article today that fishermen off the piers of, or off the coast of the UK want the EU out. They don't want them, they want them out. I mean, they're encroaching on their fishery. I mean, they think they can just come in and just take whatever they want. They want them out. And I'm strongly advising everybody in the UK, get out of the EU, all right? All right, Britannia, you're better than this. You're better than this, man. You don't need the EU, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm serious, man. I actually believe that Britannia leaving the EU will actually be good for Britain. I'm not kidding around. I think that it'll tighten Britain. I think that it'll motivate Britain. I think that Britain will actually come out of this actually rather strong. But I have my doubts that the vote will even come to pass, in my personal opinion, because I believe that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the head of the International Monetary Fund has already hinted that, quote, there may be some economic turbulence prior to the Brexit vote. Now, why would she say that, folks? Because she's already starting the idea that, hey, if you get out of the EU, your ass is grass, and I'm the lawnmower. All right, that's what that bitch from the International Monetary Fund is saying. All right, that's what she's saying. She's saying, look, if you get out of the EU, you're in trouble. Just like George Soros yesterday. I reported George Soros is threatening the EU to accept a minimum of 500,000 migrants more a year or else. And that's exactly what George Soros said, or else. I mean, you know, I can't believe that these scumbags can tell our countries what to do, for Christ's sake, man. Wake up! Wake up! I mean, Jesus Christ, man, what have they turned us into? I mean, seriously, has this whole world gone mad? I mean, are we in some they live kind of satellite-based trance? What's wrong with you people? I mean, seriously, what the hell is wrong with you people? I mean, we're allowing a bunch of bureaucratic foreign entities to try to take control of our governments, of our land, of our country, of our freedoms? Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what I got to take a drink. Hey, engineer, do I have my drink here? Give me my drink. My damn drink, for Christ's sake. You know, that's some good stuff, man. Johnny Walker, Blue Label. Oh, yeah. Anyway, folks, once again, UK, get the hell out. Get the hell out of the EU. You're better than that, all right? You're better than that, all right? My brethren across the pond, you're better than this crap. Don't allow yourself to sink on the EU sinking ship, all right, Britain? Seriously, man. I mean, listen to a Yankee from across the pond over here. Well, actually, I'm not a Yankee. A Southerner from across the pond over here, all right? Come on, man. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. Did you hear Vladimir Putin today? In an interview, he called Obama a decent man for his comments on Libya. And did you hear what Barack Obama said about Libya? He said it's one of his biggest mistakes, huh? It's one of his biggest mistakes. Oh, well, that's just great now, Obama. I mean, you've got ISIS and Al-Qaeda running the damn roughshod over there in Libya. You know, you've got ISIS crawling all over the Middle East thanks to this stupid little Middle Eastern endeavor that you have done. And the best you can do is say, oh, well, that was one of my biggest mistakes, and I'm really sorry about that. And shut up! And Vladimir Putin, what the hell is your problem? Calling this stupid scumbag a decent man? There's nothing decent about Barack Obama. This guy's a soulless sociopath, man. I mean, he's a soulless sociopath. What's so freaking decent about Barack Obama? Honestly, what is it? I mean, he's a complete unadulterated liar, okay? He basically told everybody in America one thing and did the complete opposite, all right? I mean, remember in 2008 when this idiot got elected, you had these people saying, oh, man, Barack Obama, he's going to pay my mortgage, baby. He's going to pay my house. He's going to pay my car. He's going to pay for my gas, baby. Oh, yeah? How did that work out for you folks, huh? How did that work out for you folks, huh? Didn't work out very well, did it? What did Barack Obama do? He gave the biggest wealth transfer in world history to everybody who donated to the DNC and his campaign contribution account in Stimulus Package 2 and with all the other bills that he's passed, for Christ's sake, including the most recent one, this Omnibus bill, huh? I mean, you take a look at all the bills that Barack Obama and the Democrats have signed into law and combine all that money together. Don't you think that we could have built this country up? Don't you think that we genuinely could have helped the American people? Don't you think that we could have helped this country? Of course we could have. But you see, America is too busy star-fucking the Kardashians. You know, they're too busy tickling their asses to like Britney Spears and Beyonce Knowles. I mean, do you understand? I mean, this is what the people in America are giving their energy and effort to, into creating demigods of celebrities and stars, for Christ's sake, instead of focusing on what is really important, and that's the people that are ruling you and making sure they're not implementing totalitarianism on you. But once again, folks, I mean, you know, I've been out here, I've been screaming up a storm. I've been telling you folks, you know, I mean, but, you know, you people just don't learn. You don't learn, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm going to be very candid with you folks. I mean, part of me almost wants, you know, civil unrest and disorder to happen a little bit, you know? I mean, just a tad bit. I mean, doesn't some of you just in deep down inside, just like George Carlin said, you know, he even said this in one of his stand-ups. He said, deep down inside, don't you all wish that everything just gets a little worse? Yeah, I mean, just gets a little worse, for Christ's sake, because to be completely honest with you folks, I'm a capitalist, okay? And I love other capitalists. I will die for other capitalists. I will fight for other capitalists. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're not a capitalist, you're a piece of trash, all right? I'm sorry. I mean, that's just how I feel. You are a waste of life, all right? I'm serious. If you are not a capitalist, if you're not somebody who believes that they have the individual ability through their creativity, their prowess and their abilities to be able to carve their own destiny out of life, then you're a piece of garbage. You're a waste of life as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry, all right? And to be honest with you, I'm getting really tired of my tax dollars and everybody else's tax dollars sustaining wastes of human life that are completely absent-minded of any type of cognitive reasoning or rational thought or at least perception of reality. I honestly believe that there's a lot of waste of life out here, And I hate to say this. I mean, I really don't want this to happen. I've been screaming and telling you people about this since 2008. But since everybody's just limping along like everything's so great, for Christ's sake, I kind of actually want to, maybe this purge-like unrest, maybe it needs to happen, Maybe we need to see people out, and when they look in their mailboxes or when they look in their food card accounts, there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. And then they're going to be like, oh, my God, well, what am I going to do? I don't know. And then they're going to go crazy, and everybody's going to go nuts. And to be completely honest with you, maybe we need that. I don't know. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want freedom. I want capitalism. I want people to be able to do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? To compete with one another. All right? To utilize the methods of capitalism to expand the horizons of human potential. Do you understand that capitalism brought us everything that we have today? And because of that, these bureaucrats are trying to halt the progress of capitalism. You understand? They're trying to halt the progress of capitalism so that they, the bureaucrats, become the super authority over us all. They want to turn us capitalists into the same low-life pieces of garbage that they have on the government dole. You understand? These pieces of garbage that have no respect for themselves, they have no respect for their children, they have no respect for their lives. And the proof is in the pudding, folks. The proof is in the pudding. Just take a look at some of these clips on YouTube out here. Take a look at World Star Hip Hop, all right? I'm serious. I see all these World Star Hip Hop little fights and crap in neighborhoods. You see whole neighborhoods getting into neighborhood brawls during the day when us taxpayers are at work or conducting business or doing something, for Christ's sake. These idiots are just sitting back, drinking 40 ounces, smoking Philly blunts, for Christ's sake, and when they get pissed off, they all start hitting each other and beating each other's asses, stabbing each other and shooting each other, for Christ's sake, man. And why does that happen, folks? Idle hands are the devil's playground, folks. Ever heard that saying? Idle hands are the devil's playground, and this is what you have out here, thanks to Barack Obama, and basically demoralizing the majority, and this is the majority, folks. I feel like an utter idiot sometimes when I go into an H-E-B. H-E-B is our grocery store out here in Texas, all right? I feel completely like a complete moron that I'm still like one of a few people that still pays for their own food with their own money, all right? And let me tell you, whenever I see somebody pull out a food card and swipe that, I have no shame in telling these people things like, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Huh? I can see that the food, everybody who has a food card, what do they go for first, huh? They go for the sweet drinks, the sugary drinks. They go to the fatty foods. They go to the frozen processed foods. They go to the freaking sugary cereals. And that's why these assholes that are on food stamps are all fat in the ass. They're all fat in the ass, for Christ's sake, man. And you see, I'm sorry, folks. I just don't have any compassion for anybody that's claiming that they're poor in this country. I just don't. I have more compassion for somebody who's barely making it. They're trying to make an honest living, and they're living maybe a lower wage job, and they're not collecting off the dole, and they're just barely scraping by, and they're not collecting a damn thing. I'd be more than happy to come out the pocket and help those people, help a true capitalist, help somebody that isn't collecting off of our government tax dollars. All right, I have no problem with that. But by God, folks, I have no compassion for idiots that claim to be poor in this country, and they're collecting, $900, $1,000 a month in food stamps, countless amounts of money in welfare, free child care. You can get a subsidized house now. You can get your electricity paid for Christ's sake. I had a show about this in 2009, 2010. And I basically highlighted each and every one of these stupid, dumb entitlements that were available to these, losers of America. And let me tell you something, folks. I did the math on this. A woman with like 5 kids could legitimately get like $6,000-$7,000 worth of entitlements. All right. And on top of which, folks, these women now, and that's why you see women that have 5 or 6 kids trailing them now. That's why you see them with the badass cars, right? That's why you see them with the Louis Vuitton purses, right? That's why you see them with, going to the Michael Kors store and, the Coach store and all this other crap. You notice that crap? Huh? Well, that's because, folks, these dirty dish rag whores who utilize children as a means of income, all right, can collect all these government entitlements, all right? And I'm serious. If you have like 4 or 5 kids, this is the absolute fact. If you have like 4 or 5 kids, you can collect all these government entitlements, all right? Subsidized housing, free child care, free electricity, welfare, food stamps, all right? And let me tell you, if the kid is, if there's something wrong with the kid, if there's something medically wrong with the kid, oh, yeah, that's where more money comes in, all right? Do you get the scam now? Well, do you understand why our kids are all sick? Because these stupid, dirty, dish rag whore single mothers who keep shitting out these kids out of their uterus pipe, they have a vested interest in making sure that these kids are sick. Because then that's more money from the Social Security system. Yeah, then there's more money for this and more money for that. Do you get it, folks? Do you get what's going on? And on top of all that entitlement, folks, a mother who is, got 4 or 5 kids collecting all these entitlements, this dirty whore can still get a job and make under $2,000 a month and still collect those entitlements, folks. Huh? And then we wonder why we're in the position that we're in, huh? And then we wonder why we've got these children out here that are completely, they don't know whether they're coming or going, for Christ's sake. They don't know what gender they are. They don't know where they are. They don't know what they are. It's because these stupid, dirty dish rag whore mothers out here shitting out children for the sake of a means of income. And I think it's utterly disgusting, in my personal opinion. All right? I mean, I'm serious. This is utterly disgusting what has happened to this country. But you see, and on top of that, okay, on top of all those benefits, on top of the fact that they can make $2,000 a month off of a goddamn job and still collect their entitlements, okay, then they've got the child tax credit. Oh, the child tax credit. Oh. You want to know what the child tax credit is, folks? Let me tell you something. If you have like 4 or 5 kids, you can make like $5,000 to $8,000 on your tax return because of the child tax credit. Why do you think all these losers, they wait for tax day, all right? They're like, yeah, baby, I got my tax return, baby. Look at me, baby. I got my Gucci suit, baby. I got my Gucci suit, baby. Yeah. I'm not kidding around, man. This is it. This is America. This is what Obama and the leftists turned our country into, man. And anyway, once again, I didn't mean to get off on a tirade about that, but Vladimir Putin calling freaking Barack Obama a decent man? Are you kidding me, man? This guy's a piece of trash, Barack Obama, man. I cannot wait for this man to no longer be president. And by God, I sincerely hope that when Donald Trump is elected president, that he prosecutes this man. All right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. Prosecutes him and prosecutes Hillary Rotten Clinton. Because what they did to this country is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Look. I shouldn't. I'm just gonna. That's it. I'm not. But you get it. Just give me my drink. Give me my drink. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go on to the last subject matter, folks, and if you haven't been familiar with this, once again, Kim Jong-un, this over-cheese-eating, overweight, diabetic, foot-having piece of trash, he's deciding to prepare 2 more firecrackers that he calls missiles to launch. And once again, folks, the reason he's doing this is because no one's paying him any attention, all right? He wants money, all right? Even though this guy is a communist and all the worker and he exploits his people for free labor and all this other nonsense, this man is launching rockets into the air because he wants money. Do you understand? And I alluded to this a couple of shows ago, that we can thank Bill Clinton for this kind of nonsense, because of the joint framework agreement. And I don't want to get into that whole story again, but once again, Bill Clinton unilaterally dealt with Kim Il-sung, which was Kim Jong-il's father, in 1993-94, unilaterally negotiated with him, and as a result, we have a joint framework agreement with North Korea in which America promised to pay them so that they wouldn't build a nuclear weapon. Oh, Christ. These liberals, they're such great at diplomacy, right? Just throw the American taxpayers' money at these idiots and it'll shut them up, huh? Oh, yeah, that's great diplomacy. That's exactly what our stupid president did here with Iran, for Christ's sake, all right? That's exactly what they did with Iran. Jesus Christ. Screw Kim, whatever, little Kim, that fat Kim. I don't know what his stupid name is, but screw him. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and take some last round of Twitter shout-outs, folks, all right? And if you want some Twitter shout-outs right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the Twitter account is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, baby. PoliticsGhost is the name to retweet the first tweet at if you want a damn Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all right? Anyway, we've got Robin Killed Williams. You son of a bitch. I mean, you see this, folks? Look at this. Cancer for Jimmy Carter. That's just great. Although I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Carter, but, you know, I don't think he deserves cancer, all right? We got, who else we got? Brony Sanders. Are you kidding me? Brony Sanders? Jesus Christ. We got area code 360. We got CDI fan 237 in the house. We got the Governor Wolf. We've got Giga Power in the house. We got Canadian Spartan in the place. We've got the Templeton Boom. Yeah, real fun. Indiana Ghost and the what? Indiana Ghost and the what? I mean, good God. And here we go, like a Ramps for Ghost. Yeah, Ramps for Ghost. Here we go. Once again. Now, you're crippled, Ghost. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got David Turley, 29, in the house. We've got, I'm not saying that for Christ's sake, Templeton for Kasich. Ghost of Stalin. I mean, good God. I mean, do you see these trolls, for Christ's sake? I'm telling you, folks, this is the kind of crap you got to put up with here on these internets. All right? I mean, it's serious business out here, all right? Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account at PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, baby. PoliticsGhost is the name if you want a Twitter shout-out. All right, we've got Abdul Azired. What's going on to Abdul Azired? We got Berncastle Witch in the house. We got No Sleep for Ghost. That's not funny, man. No Sleep for Ghost. That's not funny, man. I really haven't had any sleep. I mean, I'm upset. I'm angry. I can't believe this political system is basically turning itself into some kind of Chinese Communist Politburo, and I really don't appreciate it. Anyway, who else we got? We've got Chairman Ghost. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Capital Dad 420. We got G-Man Capitalist in the house. Kiwi Sponges for TCR. Yeah, real funny, all right. Razor 360. Hey, there's Karaskin. Hey, man, we have to have another edition of Ask Karaskin, all right? I mean, we got to plan that, Karaskin, seriously. We need another edition of Ask Karaskin. I love that segment, man. It was one of my favorite segments ever to do when I did True Capitalist Radio back in the day, man. Ask Karaskin. Anyway, we got Quiet Connor in the house. We've got Ghost McCain, asshole. Yeah, real funny asshole, all right? All right, we got Dark Emperor 6. We've got Prankster Pinkie Pie. What are you doing? What's going on with your ass? We've got Arch N 404. We got Smojin, man. What's going on, man? Long time no see, Smojin, man. Good to see you. Hope you're capitalizing, baby. Once again, folks, if you want a Twitter shout-out, just retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, PoliticsGhost, all one word, no underscores, folks. All right, let's do one more round of Twitter shout-outs. And then we're going to go ahead and head on to Radio Graffiti, baby, all right? Woo! All right, we've got no legs for Ghost, asshole. No legs for... I've showed you that I can do 4 Lorico, all right? I'm not a goddamn cripple. Not that there's anything wrong with being a cripple. I'm just saying I'm not one, all right? All right, we got Sinister Fister. Yeah, real funny, asshole. All right, real funny. We got Metal Gear Richie in the place. Exara Hawks in the house. We've got Reddit Gold user in the place. Ann and the Wizard in the house. Rolling alcoholic asshole. Really? Rolling alcoholic. Shove it up your ass. True Bureaucrat Radio, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Don't you ever call me a bureaucrat, you son of a bitch! Don't you ever call me a bureaucrat! God damn it, man. You know what? That's it. You know, that's it for Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake. I refuse to let a bunch of trolls call me some goddamn soulless piece of garbage bureaucrat. I refuse. You stupid pieces of dick snot. Jesus Christ, man. You know what? Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. Give me that mic. That's it for Twitter shout-outs, all right? I'm not no goddamn bureaucrat, and don't ever forget that, boy. Don't you ever forget that. Put it through your stupid, stinking, dumbass trollhead. I'm not no goddamn bureaucrat. I hate bureaucrats. Do you understand that? I hate bureaucrats. I hate them. Do you understand that? I hate them. I hate bureaucrats. I hate them. I'm serious, folks. I'm not kidding around. I hate bureaucrats. I hate them. I mean, they're the ones ruining America. They're the ones ruining the world. They're the ones ruining this place, for Christ's sake. Soulless bureaucrats. Damn it. God damn it. God damn all of you to hell! God damn all of you that are calling me a bureaucrat! Damn all of you to hell! Son of a bitch! Jesus Christ. You think you're gonna call me a bureaucrat? Hell no. Hell goddamn no, boy. Jesus Christ. I can't believe it. I can't believe this. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that title. You understand it? I'm a capitalist. Jesus. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. Give me my drink, engineer. Give me my drink! Yes, sir. Oh, Jesus Christ, folks. I'm telling you, don't ever call me a goddamn bureaucrat again, you son of a bitch. You understand that? I'm warning all of you. Don't ever call me a goddamn bureaucrat. I'm warning you. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, it's about that time for everybody's favorite part of the goddamn broadcast, especially you goddamn trolls, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti! That's right, folks, Radio Graffiti, that part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do, folks, is give me a call right here, right now at 516-453-9903. And you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind when I call on your Skype name or on your area code. And let me tell you, when I call on your Skype name or area code, be ready, jerk dicks. Be ready. Let's take it from the top. We're going to go ahead and start Radio Graffiti right now. 831 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. Mickey Mouse here. Wanna come down to Florida? And get in bed with a real capitalist baby.
What we got Mickey Mouse now, for Christ's sake? Kermit, now Mickey Mouse? 808 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're taking too. Shut up! You're taking too long. Get ready, for Christ's sake! All right. 210 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, Jesus Christ! He's talking to his mother or something. 818 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, Ghost. I'm a long-time listener. My pronouns are Z, Zim, Zer. You can address me by. And I wanted to tell you that I was listening to your broadcast the other day, and something you said really triggered me. I really think that if I feel like a man today, I should be able to use a man's restroom, and if I want to use the women's restroom...
Oh, shut up. Just shut up, all right? No. Look, and I said this the last time, all right? If you're a tranny, all right, and you're passable, then this whole bathroom issue isn't going to be a question, because no one is going to question whether or not you're a female because you look like a female. You see, this law in North Carolina is prohibiting these damn cross-dressers and these goddamn transvestites who don't want to live as women 24 hours a day, but just for some reason want to go throw on a dress and not shave their beard and go right into the women's restroom. That's what this law is prohibiting, you dumb jerk dicks. And look, if you're a lazy tranny and you want to look and you don't want to look like a woman, well, then that's your problem. You're not a real tranny. You're not putting your back into it, you dumb stupid skank. 520 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys, it's your favorite friend, the Scottish bloodsucker. Do you want to have an orgy with me and Templeton? He can lick the bone out of me kilt while you lick the shite from me anus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go have some haggis, you fruit bowl. Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're taking too long, for Christ's sake. 705, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, hey, Ghost. I just wanted to hope I could be an active caller, and I hope to see you in the next one. And also, keep the show going.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. 808, Radio Graffiti. Stupid Helen Keller deaf mute. 228, Radio Graffiti.
Ice in my house. We feel right.
Okay, that's great. I'm very proud of you. 435, Radio Graffiti.
In my personal opinion, Hillary Clinton is a good piece of ass.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I never said that. That's a splice, and that's disgusting. That's utterly disgusting. Just thinking about that makes me want to puke. Barncastle Witch, Radio Graffiti.
Let him finger loose his clitty. Don't move down, cause then it's shitty. He can even suck her titty early in the morning. Hooray, up he rises, hooray, big surprises, hooray. Up he rises early in the morning. Robbie.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is that about? 712, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Big Jack.
No, we're not starting this Big Jack crap today, all right? Enough of that stupid troll. Pivot Idiot, Radio Graffiti.
Not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
I see a plane go in. That's just
oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, real funny asshole. All right, Jim Boyle, Radio Graffiti. Okay, whatever the hell that was about. 705, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, sorry, it's me again. It's Tech Canadian Spartan, and I...
Oh, my bad, man. 727, Radio Graffiti.
Where are you going to put down Templeton?
Okay, real funny asshole. 661, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just wanted to say, the fact that you're drinking Johnny Walker makes you extra cool, and the fact that you can't walk at all makes it twice as inspiring.
Oh, shut up! I'm not a freaking cripple! Shut up! 609, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, beer suggestion. Junko Afterbirth.
Oh, jeez. Good God! Sick, man! 201, Radio Graffiti. Now, you're taking too long, you Helen Keller deaf-mute bastard. 501, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, your true identity is the world-renowned capitalist Mark Ripito.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. 502, Radio Graffiti.
Did you get your wheelchair after you sold your legs out to the bureaucrats?
Shut up with the Shut up! Shut up with the wheelchair crap! Shut your stupid, stinking, salmon-smelling hole with that crap! Jesus Christ! 619, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Asho. It's true what you say about public education. We'll talk about it later, all right?
Hey, no problem, man. What's going on to Ashhole, man? You know, it makes me proud to see Ashhole growing up, man. I'm telling you, he used to frustrate me when he was a little Justin Bieber Mexican kid watching pornographic material and drinking cerveza and smoking pot. Look at it. He sounds like a very good, upstanding young man. Go Ashhole, man. I'm proud of you, baby. I'm proud of you. Tango Whiskey, Radio Graffiti. You know what Teutonic Flag reminds me of the engineer, but of course the engineer's a little bit smarter than Teutonic Flag, but he reminds me of the engineer. You know, I mean, the engineer likes Teutonic. Do you like? Hey, leave that man alone, all right? Give me a freaking break. Y'all are just hating on that man because he has enthusiasm. He's a capitalist, and he's a smart guy, all right? He's a smart guy. So leave him alone. 712 Radio Graffiti. Oh, wait a minute. I think I already called on your ass. Shooting Graffiti, Radio Graffiti. I cannot stop eating cheese. All right? Cheese. I cannot stop cheese. Fucking whipping around like some stupid cheese. I cannot stop cheese. I'm doing it well, baby. I cannot stop eating cheese. I cannot. Jesus Christ, with these remixes. So now you got a cheese remix with me, for Christ's sake? Freaking cheese remix, real funny, man. Jesus Christ, 954 Radio, goddamn Graffiti.
You trigger me, you erotic ham-bone.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that sounded horrible. 907 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, this is a courtesy call from CVI Medical. We got your order of a red hover-round with the word Ghost Learner, ready for pickup. Just let us know.
Shut up with this crap. Shut up! I'm not a goddamn cripple. Jesus Christ, we got somebody named White Hetero Male. What's going on? Radio Graffiti.
This boy's born to be a bureaucrat, born to be all obsessive and snotty. I made my friends and relations file long applications to get into my 10th-birthday party. But something changed when my man turned good. I was sorting, but I wasn't smiling. He forgot.
What the hell? What the hell is this crap? Good God! 575 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, shout out to Karaskin, shout out to Sergeant Yoda, and fuck you haters, I will not be taking down my flag. You want to troll me, I'll just troll you back. Fuck all you guys only provide me with comedic gratification, and you don't upset me at all. Good show, Ghost, tomorrow is Baller Friday, so hang in there, man, keep doing the show. Long live Cap.
Hey, oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off. Thank you, man, I appreciate it. Boot, 073 Radio Graffiti. No, you're taking too long. How about 956 Radio Graffiti? Jesus Christ, why are you even calling if you ain't going to say crap? Jesus Christ. How about Renegade Supreme Dalek, Radio Graffiti?
I'm going to go ahead and take a caller here. We've got Anonymous on the line. I'm curious to see who this is. You are live on the Awakening Liberty Show, Anonymous.
I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Satanists, so unfreaking believable. And of course, yeah, dude, Satan is good. Satan is my pal. Satan is good. Satan is my pal. For all you folks that are going to sit over here and talk garbage about Satan, piss off. It just reminds me of days. Not only does it remind me in a nostalgia.
You're actually calling shows with my voice, for Christ's sake? I mean, good. Damn it. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. I'm going to do a couple more, and that's it. That's it. Jesus Christ. I mean, I can't believe this. 615 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, man, I'm so sorry you had to put up with this shit. I mean, you're a white male in a wheelchair. Come on.
I'm not in a freaking wheelchair. Shut up. 574 Radio Graffiti.
If you have a hard time walking and getting around in your house, you need a hover-around power chair. I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the hover.
God damn it, you sons of... I'm not a cripple! I'm gonna do it, you cripple! That's it! That's it! That's it! Stick a fork in me! I'm done! I'm finished! I'm finished with this show right now! I'm done! I am done! I am done! I'm finished! I'm finished! I'm finished!
Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. I am done. That is it. It's over, for Christ's sake. Follow me on Twitter, folks, for Christ's sake, all right? Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And, of course, bookmark the page, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I mean, good God, man. I mean, you see what I gotta put up with? You see what I gotta put up with? You see what I gotta put up with? Jesus Christ, man. You know, now, we're off the air right now, but I'm going to be pretty candid with everybody a little bit after the show. I cannot believe you people sometimes. You understand that? I cannot believe this crap. Anyway, folks, I am out of here, folks. Tomorrow is Baller Friday. So once again, spread the word about the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Once again, the Twitter address to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. And, of course, folks, bookmark the page, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, baby. Anyway, I am out of here. Long live the capitalist army. Death to socialism, death to feminism, baby. And you know what it's all about, baby. Capitalism or death. I'm out of here.
Getting lost in the music is great, except if you're driving. Nissan's available Intelligent Safety Shield technologies could help you avoid bad drivers. Hurry into your local Nissan store and get great offers during the Safety Today event. Or shop ChooseNissan.com today. Now, back to the music.